So this is the location for the pizza oven. It's next to the greenhouse. I'm thinking I might have to put some toughened glass in the greenhouse. But there it is. It's all finished pretty well. And at the moment it's being fired up and we're just about to put some pizza in there. Hi and welcome to the second part of my pizza oven build video log. I thought I'd do a little bit of an update because when I built it out of vermiculite and the cement mixture, I was a little bit uncertain as to how long lasting or how durable it would be, particularly when it's been repeatedly fired up. So it's September now and I built it back in March time, I think, and it's been used not regularly but maybe once every fortnight or so during the summer, and we've had mainly pizzas from this, and so far it's held up quite well. So I'm going to bring the camera over and show you a little bit more of a detailed look of what the oven's like inside, but I can say so far so good. Oh, 242 at that point. Right.
Yeah, isn't it?
Let's put the door over here. Can you manage? Lift it across. So now we've got a bit of a breezy day. There's quite a lot of wind and turbulence, but the door comes off and the fire really picks up. And as you can see, there's not much sign of any wear, and we've been using the pizza oven for at least 6 months now. And it's still really intact. And for the coming winter, let's have a look. We've got this little roof structure over the top of it. Burning alright, Alistair?
Yeah.
So here's the pizza oven. It's about ready to go now. I've got a nice fire away in the back there, and there's room at the front here for a pizza. We'll just have a look at what the current temperature is. So that's measuring about 420, so that's a good temperature really. The only thing that I need to sort out on a more permanent basis is the door, which as you can see is a little bit worse for wear, quite a lot of cracks. There's a little bit of calcium silicate board there that I've used, and some cement board, but certainly the cement board on the front there is not heat resistant, and the bolts that I've put through into this plywood backing tend to get very, very hot. The handle's alright, but I think at some stage I'll need to make a more permanent solution, probably out of steel plate. So otherwise the oven's holding up quite well. That's the dome there. You can see a little bit of cracking around the flue pipe exit, but it's nothing particularly bothering me there. The bricks are holding up pretty good. A little bit of a crack at the front there, heat expansion crack. So I've got 5-inch flue pipe, single wall flue pipe. I've fabricated some brackets there to support the flue pipe. It turns through a little bit of a bend there to exit the roof, and I've got a connector here onto an insulated twin wall stainless steel section of flue pipe, and that seems to be pretty good really. That works very well, because my roof covering here is actually, believe it or not, plastic false slate tiles, so I didn't want to have too much heat getting too near to the plastic tiles. But I've also protected some of the woodwork to make sure that none of the woodwork gets singed, and on the top here where the rafters are, that's where I put all the pizza tools, the brush and the pizza peel. I was very lucky to get some of this timber free. Somebody was taking out some floorboards from an old property, and they essentially gave me a whole load of timber. So all of the cladding on the side, which I've treated very heavily to stop it from rotting, all of that was free, so that was a really good find. Otherwise I've just got 4 posts, one in each corner, and I've built a roof structure on top of that using these sort of truss type systems, basically bolting the rafters with these support members across the side there to hold the structure together, and all connecting up here onto this sort of ridge board. Seems to work very well. There's been some heavy rain in the last month. We've had quite a good summer in the UK, but heavy rain, and the dome has kept very dry, and the whole of this area around it. Underneath I've made myself a little store for some timber, and eventually when I get round to it I'll put a door on the front here. So that's a bit of an update really. The vermiculite seems to be holding out quite well. Let's see if I can just show you the dome. So I can't see any major cracks at all in there. It all seems to be holding up quite well. I've got to get through winter. Hopefully there won't be any water penetration, because in the UK we are prone between November and March to quite some quite sharp frost really, and that would be a bit of a potential for damaging the pizza oven. So here we are in September. It's a breezy day. We're just going to cook some pizza, and that's the update really on the pizza oven. So here is the finished product. I've got a roof on it with twin wall flue coming out of the top and a nice rain cap. I've got the base rendered up and painted, and built this little structure over the top of the dome to keep the worst of the weather off. And you can see underneath there is a bit of a spot for putting some timber and all the bits and pieces that I use when I'm making pizzas. I've also paved the area, so it's all finished off really, and we've enjoyed quite a few sessions now over the last few months making pizzas. I did try cooking some vegetables in it at one point, but you've really got to be careful. I find the heat is so intense that if you leave it unguarded, as I did, you come back to charcoal basically. So at the moment it's pizza, and they've been very successful and very popular. So we've got the pizza peel ready with some flour in it. And we just use a rolling pin to make the pizza shape. So we got the, is this passata then?
It's tomato sauce with basil, onion, garlic, and a bit of tomato puree.
Okay.
It's all blitzed together.
So that's pepperoni, mild pepperoni. And this is the mozzarella going on. Just tear it up into bits. A little bit of parmesan. And then a drizzling of olive oil.
That's it.
And that's it ready. Right, okay, here we go.
Yeah, ready.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was good. Well done. Here we go. Pizza.